The fourth episode of season 10 of The Blacklist starts with one of the worst things that can happen in a restaurant restroom. An overzealous bathroom attendant. What's with the chit-chat, lurking, and actually pumping the hand soap? Torture. What the bathroom attendant is now doing to Mr. Browning, who may have solved some hints to a mysterious hidden treasure from Warren Bostwick's estate. Browning knows nothing, but he is killed anyways. At the very least, he hadn't tipped yet? After having too much to drink while performing a Revolutionary War reenactment and requiring a place to crash in the middle of the night, Red is making breakfast in Cooper's kitchen at an absurd hour. Unfortunately, there isn't time because Red is there to discuss the hyena. The lowest of low blacklister is a scavenger who pursues the family members of deceased criminals in order to discover their concealed wealth. Red is aware that the hyena is looking for Bostwick, a wealthy financier who left hundreds of millions concealed, but who is not a criminal. How did he find out? Just trust that Red got the knowledge from somewhere. You're 199.2 episodes in. Cooper, who works at TFHQ, overhears Demb, Wrestler, and Malik discussing the hyena, real name Sean Bain. I will only ever refer to the character as the hyena because it's way cooler, with all due respect to the authors who gave him a real name. The triplet children of Bostwick are the hyena's next obvious targets. Kendall is the family business's CFO and resides in Connecticut, but Cordelia is in Bolivia, and Alex has been offline for months. We see Red telling Vesco and Kendall telling Demb and Wrestler about Bostwick's treasure in parallel sequences. In essence, Bostwick was dissatisfied with his kids and thought they were just waiting for him to pass away. He transferred all of his wealth into a single cryptocurrency locker in an effort to get them to cooperate. The passcode is broken up into 3 parts and can only be deciphered by reading an original poem that contains a treasure map of hints from his personal experiences. Because Kendall foolishly hired a cryptanalyst to examine the poem, Red has a copy of it. The eldest daughter, Kendall, is a straight talker. She wants them gone, won't share the poem, and doesn't want FBI security. Wrestler agrees and makes the traditional scowl. Kendall is killed by the hyena. Wrestler and Demb are aware that Alex, who resides in a urban off-the-grid condominium in Hoboken, New Jersey, needs to be protected. When they get there, Alex is just as wary of them as Kendall was of Kendall and won't let them in. Bostwick was personally known by Vesco and Red, making him presumably a criminal after all. Consequently, they are aware of his favorite Arturo Fuit Hemingway cigars, which are stored in his office. They enter the house that doubles as a crime site. Our Sherlock and Watson and Hale and mull over Bostwick's scavenger hunt as they follow the directions of the clue to sit with the Hemingways. According to Red, being so near to death, it might have been a welcome distraction. Red just wants to feel alive as he is about to die. One has to question if that is foreshadowing, given how frequently he has come close to passing away over the past 199.5 episodes. Vesco and Red deduce that the first passcode is written inside the tabletop handle lamp, which they switch on as dusk falls, as instructed by the clue. Red is aware that Bostwick disapproved of precious stones. In actuality, his only concern was the stone he gave his late wife. Our Hardy boys believe that the laser engraven security code on that ring might be what they are searching for. They find a picture in Bostwick's office that shows Alex, one of the tinfoil hat triplets, received the band. Through Alex's single login to a chatroom full of conspiracies, Tadashi Ito, our favorite criminal techie, discovers her off-the-grid location. The treasure seekers make the decision to profit from Alex's concern over ultrasonic surveillance. 3 factions start coming together. The last sibling, Cordelia, is the first one Malik picks up. To access a safe house guarded by the FBI, she has been persuaded to fly back from Bolivia. Red and Vesco are spotted by Demb and Wrestler as they are keeping watch over Alex's house. Red mockingly snubs the vehicle, which Wrestler interprets as a personal attack. He starts to follow, but Demb stops him because the hyena might be close. He actually is right there and sees Red as he summons Cordelia. Yes, it transpires that the middle sibling hired the hyena to locate the passcodes. She just wants him to deliver Alex to her, she doesn't care that the FBI and Red are involved. When Red and Vesco sneak into Alex's apartment using a hidden password, they find that she has sold her mother's ring. But Diamond is the name of her beautiful poodle. And like Bostwick tattooed a subtle ear tattoo on his top racehorse, the poodle is also marked. Passcode 2, please. When the hyena turns off the power in the apartment, Alex is forced to flee through the covert entrance and into his embrace. As soon as they're back on the road, Red ignores a call from Cooper and Vesco's worries about the trained killer pursuing them or the treasure in favor of concentrating on the final hint. Much to the dismay of her kidnapped sister, Cordelia has murdered the two agents in her safe house. Alex gives Diamond's ear passcode over as Cordelia raises a gun to her face. She instructs the hyena that the third clue must be destroyed before Red can access it as the final assignment. We hear the gunfire but don't see it. Cordelia smashes the stone facing of her father's gravesite with a mallet. She proudly informs Red and Vesco, who have just arrived late, that the passcode was embedded in the rose quartz. Red remarks that the hyena isn't one to split the spoils, but it comes out that Cordelia shot the assassin, not the hyena, who wouldn't have killed her sister, and she plans to split the money with Alex. Cordelia believes she has everything covered, but Hastings and our local Poirot remind her of the first piece of the puzzle. Not his own mortality, but the passing of his wife, was the plot's resolution and the source of Bostwick's sadness. They depart with the last piece of the passcode after Red reads her straightforward marker and shoots Cordelia in the foot to stop her from doing the same. Tadashi enters the 3 passcodes at the bathroom to open the wallet. Along with the anticipated loot, he also discovers a video of Bostwick congratulating his girls on finishing the hunt. It's a depressing irony, particularly when paired with images of Kendall at the cemetery, Alex telling Malik what happened, and Cordelia being led by Wrestler into detention. Red and Vesco easily divided the money despite their prior treachery. Rather than just 2, there are 3. Alex is in a state of shock as she sees her digital wallet expand at the TFHQ. It's encouraging to see that even notorious criminals like our 2 grumpy old men retain soft, gooey cores. Red subsequently claims to Cooper that their history of betrayals is over. Perhaps not. The Wudging employee approaches Vesco in a parking area and gives him a card and some data. Vesco is aware that his old buddy Red was behind the arrest.